Welcome to Vintage Coin-Op Restorations. This is Bally's 1933 Rocket. This was Bally's first attempt to make a pinball machine pay out as a slot machine. We have two of them here. We're here at the shop. The cabinet is supposed to be black, and you can see here on the side it's got you can see some markings there for some metal strips that were on there, and the little emblem here that was a big R painted red that said Rocket, and we'll show you that in a little bit. But here on the left machine you can see the play field is all intact. You had these little metal little bumpers on the side for the pinball to bounce around. So the object of the game was when you reset the machine starts off with these little, let's call them flappers, on the up position, and your object was to control your ball, nudge it, bounce it, whatever you needed to do to get it into these little pockets, and in turn those pockets would trigger a little a contact here at the end of the play field, and that in turn would, depending on what numbers you had, what the points were, you would actually get paid out. And we'll come over here to this one. This machine has been taken apart. We got all the parts and pieces being polished and being worked on right now, and but we haven't taken off this part right here. So this is absolutely beautiful. This is still in original condition. We will be polishing and detailing it. But for the first payout machine, if you look at all these cars, what you had to do to get anything out of this machine is you needed to get in a row, you needed to get the 1000, which was on top. You needed to get the 900, the yellow car right there to the left. You needed to get 800, which was right below it. And then you needed to get 700. So you needed those four cars. You needed to get the pinball actually into those to even consider getting any sort of payout. And we went over this machine, and the payouts pretty much go as follow. I believe the first payout will be, I think it was 20 cents, and as you go up, the most that you could possibly win in the end, if you could get all these balls in a row, would be $1.70. And when I say in a row, first you had to get these four pinballs actually at contact those cars. Then in a row you had to get the 600. Let's see where 6 at. 600. Then you had to get the 500 and 400 and 3 and so on. And you had to get these in a row to advance to the next payout, because they are underneath here. As the balls come rolling down the tray, they actually touch these little flippers here, and they're daisy chained together, so you have to go in that order to get the payout. And I'll show you that real quickly, but I thought I'd just take a quick look at the cabinet. Got this beautiful emblem on both of them. Both machines have it. Obviously this one is all black, the original color, and somewhere down the line someone decided to strip this thing and stain it like a chestnut, and we're going to be doing it to the original color, so there'll be a black piano finish when it's done. Yeah, I'll take a quick turn over here to the shop and show you what the emblem would look like. We just got this back from our chromer, and you can imagine that machine with this chrome pretty much placed in the same position. You'll see that the bottom bar is at its horizontal level, and the R has two chrome bars going, parallel to each other on the side of the machine that will stand for Rocket. As we said, we have two machines here, and there's four emblems, and we just got these back, and they're going to look terrific once we get them on the machine over here. You can see where they belonged. Alright, so let's take a walk back over to this machine and check out this payout system. Also on here, you'll see the tilt mechanism where you had a little ball that sat there and sat on a pedestal, and once the tilt mechanism was activated, it would completely shut off. It would break the circuit for any possible payouts that you would have. All right, let's open up inside here and take a quick look. All right. Originally, this machine was set up for 5 dry cells. There's a battery-operated machine, and someone somewhere down the line put a transformer in here and did a little work. Neatly done. It seems to actually work with no problem. We'll be detailing it and making sure it's wired correctly before it leaves our warehouse. And the neat thing about this machine is we have a complete payout mech. Unfortunately, on our other machine, we do not have one. So if you have this machine and you have a payout mech or just a payout mech and you'd like to sell it to us, we'd be very interested in purchasing it from you. Now, as I said earlier, you have to get those 4. You need the 1,000, 9, 8, and 7 first. You need to get those in there, not in any order, but you need to get those to even consider a payout. And then you have to go in order of the next ones, which is going to be your 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, going all the way down. And that is because you can't see it here, but they're daisy linked together in a series. So you literally have to go in that same series to activate the next payout. So if you were so lucky to actually get the 600 after the first 4 that you got in here, we'll simulate it by just pushing in because the ball sits in a tray and it actually comes and pushes down that lever, and that is exactly what would pay it out. And we'll take a quick look at the payout system here. It's a really neat mechanism. In turn, that the nickel slides on its side, and as it spins around, it'll drop into the hopper there. That's where you would get paid out. And once the hopper is filled, you'll see that it slides down into your little coin box. And let's simulate what happens when you put your money in there. Obviously, I don't have a nickel with me, but when you put your nickel in there, this arm would push forward. And in turn, what it's doing is resetting this little wheel back here. So we just did that. The mechanism's reset, and you're playing the game. You got your 4 balls, and you're going to actually get the 600. And that was your first payout. And your first payout actually was 20 cents was the first payout. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe my next payout, if you were to get the 500, would be 10 cents. And that's correct. And it goes on. The third payout is also, I think, the next one is 20 cents. Nope, I take that back. It was 10 cents. And then as it goes down, obviously you actually keep on paying out. Take a look at this little wheel over here. What it's doing is, as the contacts are made, that little spot in that, let's say, brass wheel, it's got paper on the top of it so it doesn't all get contacted. But when it does, it rides on that until the paper. Here, let's take a quick look. And we'll do one more. You see how that one spot had to open a larger space? We'll do it one more time for this is the 5th payout. And now as I hold all these down, we will do it one more time, and this is when you would actually win your full $1.70. Isn't that neat? A very cool machine, but to actually win that $1.70, it was extremely tough. And you'd have to do it in order, so you can imagine if you're almost all the way there and you just come shy. Here, take a look at that. You can see your dry cell batteries one time leaked, and they leaked down just because the back of the pinball would have been at a little bit higher for good gameplay. So that's kind of a neat little. You can see. Well, there were only 3 of them there at that time. At least 3 that exploded at one time or another. But let's take a quick look down here. Better look at this emblem. Yeah, pretty fancy. It's an absolutely beautiful machine. Looking forward to doing this. The play field on here, we haven't done a thing to it. It's all original. It's a walnut plywood with these colorful cars painted on top of it, silk screened. And we're going to clean this thing up and give this thing an entire facelift. What a cool machine. It touches a couple things. You've got people who love pinball machine, and you have people who love cars, and that's what we have here, race cars. And you've got people who love slot machines and the payout mech for a game. So you got it crosses over from just pinball people. Well, if you're in the market for a rocket, or if you have one that you'd like to sell, or if you have one that you'd like to have restored, please give us a call. We're located in Chicago, Illinois. Our phone number is area code 630-624-7466. And if you do have a payout mech or a early Bally similar pinball machine that has a payout mech that you might have an extra one, or a machine that I could use for parts, please give us a call. I'd love to have both of these machines with payout mechs and get them in a new home very soon. Again, give us a call, 630-624-7466. Thanks for watching.